Hey everybody, Brandon Swanson along with Sean Anderson here on MVP Week 13 in the NFL. And Sean, he gets to look at another good one this week. It is the Washington Redskins and, in my mind, the most disappointing team in the NFL this season, the Arizona Cardinals.
It's hard to disagree with you there. The key for this disappointment of a team in the Cardinals is David Johnson. Last week against the Falcons, 13 rushes for 58 yards, also 8 receptions for 103 yards and a touchdown. Really here, you need to get the ball in his hands more. I mean, 8 times in the passing game is big, and don't get me wrong, that's a good amount, but 13 rushes, he needs to be touching the ball like 25 times, 30 times a game, whether that's rushes or receptions. He needs the ball in his hands because we've seen that he is a dangerous playmaker, and if he's getting the ball 25 times on the ground, that's going to open up Larry Fitzgerald. That's going to open up J.J. Brown. That's going to open up John Brown. It's going to open up Michael Floyd. That's going to open up Jermaine Gresham. It's going to open up David Johnson in the passing game. You need to be able to run the ball. And David Johnson's
probably going to open up some bottles of Coke.
It might open up a couple McDonald's. I don't know. But anyways, the Cards need to get David Johnson involved because he's one of the best running backs in the league. And once he is involved, once he's touching the ball, he's dangerous in the open field. So David Johnson's the key for the Cards. And if they want to get into a playoff position or anything like that, you need help from David Johnson. The key for the Redskins is a balanced attack. Robert Kelly against the Packers was fantastic. Really 24 yards for 137 yards and 3 touchdowns. He doesn't need the 3 touchdowns per se, but he needs to be able to be efficient on the ground. You need a balanced attack in Washington because that was a real downside of that Redskins-Cowboys game was they weren't able to find a running game at all. And also one big part of that Cowboys game was Mr. Jordan Reed, but he's going to be out of this game. Vernon Davis is going to step in. Vernon Davis needs to be huge. One, because I need a win in fantasy, and I picked him up. So, maybe a couple 7 receptions, 98 yards, a touchdown would be big. Kirk Cousins and Vernon Davis. But Vernon Davis needs to be huge. Robert Kelly needs to be huge if the Redskins want to win. I'm picking the Skins 31-28. I think they have enough firepower to overcome that. Pierre Garçon might be big. Deshaun Jackson might be big. And Patrick Peterson's a little bit banged up. He's questionable for this game, so that might help the Redskins' cause here as well.
Yeah, Sean, man, if I were you, I would love to have David Johnson on my fantasy team. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
You vetoed it.
That's going to do it, folks. That's going to do it for us. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to MVP, and comment down below and ask Sean, why in the heck is David Johnson not on his fantasy team? I'm sure he'd love to respond to you.
I was going to give him Jay Ajayi, Melvin Gordon, and Randall Cobb, and the league's like, no.